Good morning, beta.
Good morning, sir.
How are you all? How are you all?
Fine.
Fine.
Why you answer me very slowly? Fine, sir. Show your enthusiasm. It's a morning, dear. It is a morning. So in morning we are a fresh mood. Right or wrong? Am I right or wrong? Or still you are feeling sleepy? Tell me.
Yes, sir, right.
Okay. So our chapter explanation is over. Our chapter explanation is over or not?
Yes, sir, over.
Yeah. So today we will discuss question answer. Right? We are discussing question answer. Now, before I will start to explain the question answer, we discuss the question answer. Before it, we are just give me the brief out of this chapter, right? Give me the brief out of this chapter, the story of this chapter. It means brief out means story of this chapter. Neha.
Yes, sir.
Give the story of this chapter. It means whatever the story, whole story you have to narrate in front of all the students. So those who will not join yesterday's, those who did not join yesterday's lecture, so they get the idea. Chalo, start now.
Yes, sir. There was a William and his three friends, Ginger, Henry, and Douglas, who were also known as outlaws. They went to Archie's cottage and they heard the sound of crockery and Archie's unmusical singing. They were also the scene was very chaotic because there were always bottles and glasses and jars filled in the kitchen, but today there were plates on the floor, chairs, and in the sink. Then, Archie said that he was getting ready for his party and children, please don't get in my way. So the children were very excited also. So they continuously irritated Archie by asking different food items to take from his house, like raspberry jam, buns, sandwiches, etc. He was ultimately tired and said that take away all the things what you want, but just leave this house as I am very much busy and I have no time for you today. And at last, William was a good observer. He also watched the decorations and the preparations that Archie made. He also asked Archie that hundreds of people are coming to your party. So Archie replied that no, only 16 people are coming because I have given you the invitations, but you didn't pass to any of the relatives. So only 16 people are coming. So William recalled that Archie has given him invitation cards, so he ran away from that. He looked for envelopes in his raincoat and found 16 unposted letters in the pocket of his raincoat, which were of Ethel's friends, which were of his sister Ethel's friends, and they were all at the tennis club. So they were planning to go there, but William said no, let them enjoy the tennis club. So when they reached to Archie's house, they saw some customers but not guests. So they thought that William thought that I should take all these guests to Archie's house. So a woman asked William that do you know the way to Marley? So William used his presence of mind and told them, yes, I know, I can take you. So he directly take them to Archie's cottage and represent the customers in front of Archie. Archie was not very worried, but he was also happy that at least not guests, but the customers came. So the customers came and and Archie showed his paintings to them. But the paintings did not seem to have any meaning, so customers just looked and gave him a check and took that and went to their car. After then, Athos and his friends came, and Archie was very surprised that in spite of giving any invitation, they came. So he also welcomed him, but when Archie told Athos and his friends about the invitation, they said that we don't have an invitation and we don't know that today there is a party. So Archie clearly informed them, I have given this work to William to send invitations to all of you, but he has not sent any invitation. So they all got angry on William. Then outsiders, means customers who were very much angry on seeing the meaningless painting, came inside the studio and gave all the paintings back to Archie. And our whole chorus that William directed us here, but we are not your guests, we are only the customers.
Yeah. Right? So at last what happened? Archie arranged the party for forget the past event. Right? Archie arranged a party because in his exhibition all the paintings come out unsold, remaining unsold. And same way in this party, he also feels same thing, that first his painting sold, and once again the customers arrive and told him that it is a meaningless painting, there is no need of this thing, right? There is no meaning of this painting. So return my check and take your painting. So in this way, in this party also, he faces the same problem, that is once again his pictures, his paintings are remaining unsold. Okay? Okay, beta?
Okay. Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, we will start to discuss the question answers. First question, what did the outlaw seize in the Archie's cottage? What did outlaw seize in the Archie's cottage? You have to describe the Archie's cottage scene in this answer. You have to describe Archie's cottage, right? Cottage scene in this answer. Lisa, Lisa, Lisa. Lisa. See, beta, only 2 or 3 girls like Bhumi, Nisa, Smith, right? They are giving the answer, it's not necessary. Now you have also tried, because this is your classroom and this, you are also studying in 8th classroom, so you have also give the answer. Tell me. Lisa.
Sir, may I?
Yes. Yes, try beta.
Yes, sir. As the outlaws neared Archie's cottage, they heard the sound of cookery and Archie's unmusical singing. They opened the kitchen door. The scene was chaotic as always, but instead of palettes and paintbrushes, bottles, glasses and jars filled the kitchen. There were plates on the floor, the chairs, and in the sink. Yes, sir.
Okay. So, here, the new things that you have to learn, and the things like what? That as the outlaws neared the Archie's cottage, that time they heard the sound of the crockery and Archie's unmusical singing. They opened the kitchen door. The scene was chaotic as always. Why? Because instead of palettes and plain paintbrush, bottle, glasses and jar filled with the kitchens, and there were plates on the floor, the chairs, and there is a chairs and in the sink. Right? He observed this thing. Second question, why was Archie upset? What was he doing about it? Mister? Why was Aarti upset? What was he doing about it? Why was Aarti upset? What was he doing about it?
Archie was afraid because he didn't posted the invitations given by. Sorry. Archie was afraid because William didn't posted the invitations and they were irritating him for taking items.
No.
Was not
Wrong.
So can I? Sir,
Yes,
can I?
Yes.
Archie was upset as he has drawn some paintings and held an exhibition on it, but all of his paintings returned unsold and he was trying to forget about it by organizing a party.
Very good. Right? We can, instead of organizing, we can say that throwing a party also. Right? So here the thing is what Archie was upset because only one thing that recently he had held one exhibition for the paintings, but all the paintings remaining unsold, and that's why he was upset. He tried to forget this event. So in which way? Hey Balodia, this is the 7th standard meeting, beta. So what? He organized or he's throwing a party, and through this party he tried to forget this event. Now tell me, beta, did you get the question answers of chapter number 5?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Grammar?
Yes, sir, that also.
And writing also, no?
Yes.
Writing also? Okay, it means 3 of the things is over. So remaining chapter number 6 only, right? Don't worry. Okay? Now, third question. What did he want the outlaws to do and not do? It is a very big answer. Yeah, here you have to use your mind. Say, what did he want the outlaws to do and not do? Tell me. What did he want? Yes? Yes, Smith?
What I done, sir? Yes, sir, but yeah, they are asking for opinions, artist opinion.
Yes, here Archie's. See, beta, he is for the Archie, and already he includes the names of outlaws. So we know the outlaws: William, Ginger, Henry, and Douglas. So these 4 characters only outlaws, right?
Okay. So Archie wanted to them so that they do not disturb him for a party and that leave their home. And if they want to, they could take it and go ran away and do not irritate him. And they also do not want them to so that they do not disturb him and just get away from his house.
Little bit right answer. Anyone wants to try it? Arpita?
yes, sir.
Answer the third question.
Yes, sir. Archie wanted that outlaws don't eat any of the food, and Archie wanted that outlaws don't go in without any permission of artists anywhere, and Archie wants that they go away from this from the Archie and the house and
Okay. Dharmanti. Janvi. Dharmanti and Janvi, both of you on your camera. Dharmansi and Janvi, both of you on your camera. Dharmansi and Janvi, both of you on your camera. See, this is not good thing, dear, that you are not replying to your teacher. Bhumi?
Yes, sir.
Bhumi, answer me the third.
Yes, sir. Arki did not want them to eat. Arki did not want outlaws to eat any of the food as it was all for the guest. He also do not want outlaws to enter in his studio, and he wanted the children outlaws to go away so that he could concentrate in his work.
Very good. And he also said that he could have all the food that he was not meant for the party. Here he said that you can take this food which is not for the party. Okay? In that way. Fourth one, who was supposed to send the invitation? What actually happened? Who was supposed to send the invitation? What was actually happened? Yes, tell me.
So William was supposed to send the invitation, so but he forgot his letters in his pocket of the raincoat.
Yes. Right. Fifth one. Why was William horrified? What did he decide to do about it? I'll come, beta. Wait a minute. I'll come. Okay. Tell me. Next question. Why was William horrified? What did he decide to do about it?
So William was horrified because
why was... Wait, Nitha. Answer.
Yes, sir.
So
William was horrified.
Smith, wait a minute, beta. Nitha will give the answer. Nitha is giving the answer, then after your turn. Tell me.
Yes, sir.
William was horrified because he didn't respect the invitation given by us, and he decided to send people that stepped out from the cars to participate as guests.
Your voice is cutting. Your voice is cutting, dear.
So wait a minute, I answer you back.
Yeah.
So is it clear now?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
William was horrified because he didn't posted the invitations given by Archie, and he decided to send people that stepped out from cars to take them as at Archie's cottage as the guest.
Smith.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. William was very bad because he has posted the letters that the party is given to him for his party. So then he was very bad. He was going for road and searching for the guest. And suddenly a car comes with some people, and without listening to anything, William took that people for the cottage as a guest.
So here William was horrified as he had forgotten to post the letters of invitation, and he felt that Archie was preparing for party that no one would attend. So what happened? He decided to get together some people so that Archie could have a party. That was his decision. 6-1. How did William find guests for the Archie's party? How did William find guests for Archie's party? It is a very easy question, dear. No, Smith. Someone else. Vian. Vian, can you reply me, dear? I think you are sleeping. Janvi. Sarfaraz. Answer me.
Yes, sir. Correct question.
6-1. How did William find guests for Archie's party?
That I don't.
Very easy question.
So can I?
So may I?
Wait a minute. Bhumi, Nisa, instead of one student also, may I try? Who wants to try it? Smith, you don't. You know. Who will reply me?
Yes, sir.
Who may try it?
Yes, sir. William saw that 3 cars stopped and 4 people got out of each car, and they asked William for way to Marley, and William and without listening anything properly, William took them all to Archie's house.
Very good. Right? Why were the guests bewildered? Why were the guests bewildered? Smith.
So yes, sir. So what is meaning of bewildered?
Confused.
Yes, sir. The guests were confused because they had to go to Malia, but they have reached to the artist cottage and they see that all paintings are meaningless.
No, this is not right answer.
So can I?
Neha? Yes?
Yes, sir. The guests were bewildered because they were actually supposed to go to Marley, but William directed the guests to Archie's house.
Sir, I know that.
So they were bewildered because they wanted to buy the painting from the famous art collection, but instead they found themselves being welcomed by the Archie, who was unknown to them, and being offered food and drinks, and that's why the guests were confused. Right? Eighth one, what happened when the real guests showed up? What happened when the real guests showed up? I think it is a difficult question, so I'll answer that when the real guests came, who are the real guests? Ethel and her friends, right? They said that they had not received any invitation to Archie's party. They realized that William had forgotten to post the letter, and the former guests come back to the return and Archie's painting and said that William had led them to the Archie's house. Right? Here exactly what happened. The real guest is Ethel and her friend. But here William took to the someone unknown person as a guest. Right? That Archie didn't know about them. And even Archie doesn't know about that they are Ethel and her friend. So here the thing is what? The vast difference. Already Ethel and her friend arrived. That time they realized, okay, he invited for the party, but he had not sent any letters. But unconsciously, by accidentally they came in this party. So that time they realized, okay, it was the mistake done by whom? William. Okay? Okay, beta? Here,
Yes, sir.
in exercise B, you can see that this time also you have to do this exercise in your F and B. The thing is what, that here we have to complete the table. Here there are two characters. Number one is William and number two is Archie. Now we have to describe their personality as a phone number and with the examples that we have to find out from the story. Right? So if we can say is that curious. Right? So how can we say is that William is a curious person? How can we say that William is a curious person? From text, how can you identify that William is a curious person?
Sir, I can try. So can I?
Yes.
So when the William listens to the voice coming from the artist's house, so they running go there and find out what is going on there.
No, he was a curious because he keeps asking Archie's question. Right? He keeps asking Archie question. Second, forgetful. How can we say that he is a forgetful person?
Sir, I know.
Because he
So can I?
Wait a minute, Nissa said.
Yes, sir.
Tell me, Nissa.
Yes, sir. William is a forgetful person because he forgot to post the invitations given by Archie.
Yes. Bhumi, what's your opinion, dear? Bhumi, what's your opinion?
Yes, sir. So because he forget to post the invitations that Archie has said, so that's why he is forgetful.
Yes. Now caring person. He was also caring person. How can you say that? How can you say that he is a caring person?
So may I?
Yes.
So William is a caring person because as he forgetted to post the invitations, though he thought about the William Archie's party and arranged his party, and he cared his emotions.
It means horrified when he found out that Archie was preparing for a party that no one would attend this party. Right? Fourth one, misdirect. Sorry, naughty. So how can I say he is a naughty person? So he misdirects the people who wanted to go Marley. Right? He misguided. He is a naughty boy, we can say that. But how? We need one example that he was naughty boy. So there is one best example. Those who are the people arrive for want to go Malrega. He says that what? This is the Malrega area, and you say, and he misdirects them. Then Archie. How can we say that Archie? How can we say Archie? He was absent mind. How can we say that he was an absent mind? Anyone have idea? Because Archie's character is very different from William's character. How?
So may I?
Because our paintings of art gallery is written unsold.
No, this is not right answer. Yes.
So he was absent-minded because he didn't recognize his guest.
No. Neha?
Yes, sir.
How can we say that Archie is an absent-minded person?
Sir, I think Archie is absent-minded because he gave invitations William to post it instead of himself.
So can I?
Yes, Bhumi.
So I think Archie was absent-minded as we know that he has put the basket and mouse trap in the oven.
Yes, exactly. See, absent-minded, we cannot say that as a Neha, your opinion that he himself sent the letters. We cannot exactly say that. Because if at your home there is a function, so you will give the responsibility to someone else, or okay, do this work on behalf of my. Same way, here we can also say he was absent because he put fire extinguisher, basket and mouse trap into the oven. Now what is the use of oven? We make the food, we prepare the food, right? That is the use of oven. But here he used oven as a store box, Anxious. So how can we say that anxious? So he says anticipating emergencies, he always prepares extra food for his parties. If he invited 16%, but he prepared the food for the 100%. Why? He thinks that might be the people will arrive and they will not get the food, so it will spoil my reputation. So in this way, he was also what? Anxious person. Unsuccessful. So we know that all his paintings were returned and unsold. Not organized, cannot plan well. So his house was always chaotic with paletels and brushes. Strew about and glasses and jars filled the kitchen as he prepared for the party. Actually, in this we can say he is not organized, but yes, he is a good organizer for the party, but not organized for his house. I think an answer. Why do you think Archie was not worried even when he did not recognize any of the guests? Tell me, why did? Bhumi?
So I think Archie was not worried even when he did not recognize any of his guests because he was too busy in his work that even he has not saw that who has been come in his house as a guest.
Yes, we can say that he was too busy being the perfect host to register the fact that these people were unknown to him. Second one, do you think that William did was right? What William did was right? Why do you think so? What would you have done if you were in William's place? Right? Just tell me, whatever the action that done by William, is it a right? And what will you do?
Sir, can I?
Yes.
So I think that William was not right, as he has misguided the people who are searching the way of Marley. If I was William, I would told the truth to Archie that I forgot to post the invitation.
Absolutely right answer. Absolutely right answer. And Neha, this is third for you. Do you think this end in the story? This is the end of the story. Give the reasons for your answer. Neha, what's your opinion, beta?
Yes, sir.
What's your opinion? Do you think that it is the end of the story?
Sir, can I?
Yes, I think, sir, this is end of the story, because first the customers arrived, but at last Athos and his friends also arrived, so his party was done.
Okay, it's your opinion, better. That I cannot say that it is a debate question. Now, what are you saying, Smith? What's your opinion?
Sir, I think, sir, this is not the end of the story, because at last, Archie, his sister said, Atlas said, Williams, and then after the thing is written.
Here we can say that no, I don't think this is the end of the story, because I am sure that Archie and his friends would scold William for failing to post the letters and mislead the people. Right? It's obviously, it's my opinion. Now, what's your opinion? That's your choice. Now, people who wanted to go Marley, William would be made realize that his mistake and to own up. And at last he realized, okay, it was my mistake and I have to correct it. Okay, now the new grammar topic. Okay, did you learn the degrees of adjective? Did you learn the degrees of adjectives?
Yes, sir.
Hmm?
Yes, sir.
Where?
So I don't know, sir, but in some ways, sir.
What do you mean the degrees of comparison, degrees of adjectives?
Sir, positive, superlative.
Yes. There are three types of the degree. Positive. Grammar. What is your grammar? Another ways of comparison, I think. Other ways of comparing. Degree of comparison. First one is positive. Second one is comparative. And third one is superlative. These are the three degrees. These are the three degrees. Now positive means what? It's compared with one. Right? Only and only one thing. While superlative means compare with two. And it's compared with more than two. Right? So, this is the degree. This is a degree of comparison. Now, if I am saying Rahul is a tall boy. Okay. Rahul is a tall boy. Second sentence says that Rohan is a small boy. Right? Or we can say that Rahul is a tall boy here, because I want to compare the figures, that's right. Tall boy. Now both are is the tall boy. So here a tall boy is a common word in this sentence. Is a common word in this sentence. But Tall is your adjective. Tall is your adjective. So we can directly say that Rahul as tall as Rahul is as tall as Rohan. Now here it is a comparison. Here it is a comparison. Do you understand, beta? Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Right? In this sentence you have to learn about as. In this sentence you have to learn about as and not as. Right? As and not as. These things that you have to learn in this grammar portion. Second, comparison. Right? If we can say that instead of tall, I write down here, so how I compare? So, Rahul is taller than Rohan. See that. Here it is comparison. This is your adjective. This is your adjective. Now here Rahul comparing among whole the class. Right? So we can say that Rahul is the tallest boy in the class. So here the tallest. Right? We can say that the tallest. And if you want to compare Rohan, so what we can say is that Rohan is the smallest boy in the class. Rahul is the smallest boy in the class. Understood, beta? Understood?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
In these three sentences, anyone have a doubt? First of all, I want to clear that doubt. So you can ask me.
No doubt, sir.
No, sir, no doubt.
Okay. Here, you have to remember, you have to learn positive degree. You have to learn positive degree. Superlative and comparative, that is in your syllabus. That is not in your syllabus. So you have to learn what? Positive and, but you have to learn only and only positive degree. See, comparative and superlative degrees, you have to remember that when there are the words, suppose if you want to use the comparative, so we add IER or ER after adjective. After adjective. Now some of the words we cannot add I and ER. So what we have to use? More. Like an example like powerful, beautiful, intelligent. These are the examples. Now, if you want to use superlative degree, so use IST or ESC after adjective? Now you have a question, sir, where we have to use IESC. So the word which is end with Y, the word that is ends with Y, that time we are using ISC. For example, thin, so we can using thinner, double N, because here there is a vowel sound. For example, holy, so HOLIEST, holier, HOLIER, holier. Understood? Understood?
Yes, sir. Yes,
So
sir.
today's homework is you have to solve unseen passage number 1 in your worksheet and this question answers in your notebook. Okay? Unseen passage number 1 in your worksheet. Yes. Yes.
Sir, if we are using, sir, more in a comparative degree, so can we use most in superlative?
Yes, most in superlative degree. Most. See, these are the words. If you want to examine, he is the most powerful king in this world. We can use in this way. Okay? So here you can say, this portion that coming lecture, I think on Thursday, I will explain you, right? Because tomorrow I am not here because my exam is there tomorrow. Tomorrow my exam, so I am not here. Okay, so tomorrow I will not conduct your class. Okay, beta? Okay?
Okay, sir.
Yeah, because tomorrow I am going for my examination. अब तक आप एग्जाम दे रहे थे, अब मैं एग्जाम दूंगा. Don't leave the meeting because I am taking your attendance. Okay. So your homework is you have to write down these question answers in your FNB and solve unseen passage number 1 in your worksheet. Okay, beta? Okay?
Okay.
Okay, sir.
Bye everyone. Bye everyone. Take care.